I like the under here, and I really like the under in game one. It felt like, to me, that was the right bet. Obviously, the onslaught that Boston put up in the fourth quarter erased that immediately. But game two went way under, and now we're getting a slightly lower total in game three. But as these final series progress, you tend to get slower games. Possessions really matter. And you see the defense kind of get cranked up. And part of that is it's the NBA Finals, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But part of it too is as the series goes along, you're playing a team 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. You're going to start to understand tendencies. The blown coverages that we saw, especially on the Boston side in games 1 and 2, I think those are going to be tightened up as the series goes along. Losing Steph Curry, giving him like 5 wide open threes early in game 1. Things like that are going to be tightened up as the series goes along. And, even with the pace in game 2 being played quite a bit faster than game 1, the pace was like 97, 98 possessions per 100. That's up like 6 or 7 possessions from game 1. Even with that game comfortably went under. So I think we're going to kind of continue to see that. And until the odds makers bump that total down a little bit, I'm pretty happy to keep rolling with the under here.
Meiselman, 228 points in game 1, 195 in game 2. Like I said, we're basically splitting the difference with the 212 here. Over or under?
So my short answer is I don't really like either of them. I think it's a fair total. My slightly longer answer is I agree with Nick that I guess that like as a series progresses, you will start to see games get lower scoring. Teams are more familiar with how the other plays offense, but the personnel for these games is it seems like it's changing a little bit. We didn't have Gary Payton in game 1. We had him in game 2. Now him and Otto Porter are questionable for game 3. I'm anticipating not seeing as much Daniel Tice, which I think will help the over. It's going to help the Celtics defense, but I think most importantly, it'll help them get into a better flow offensively and play at a better pace. So maybe the over benefits there, but the reason I don't like the totals that much in this series is because the officiating is just so unpredictable.
Sure.
And I think ultimately the refs have a larger impact on the total than a lot of these schemes, these schematic changes do. And I have no idea what we're going to see, right? Like we all saw what happened in game 2. The officiating was, I'll just leave it at weird. So that's why like I kind of just want to stay away from it because the refs can really dictate how the flow of this game goes.